Does this look okay? Where's my mouse? I can't. Why can't I see it? This is so annoying. Let's do this one. Mm -mm -mm. What's up? Just let me know when you're ready. What's up? Good? You do the same thing as last time. You do the same thing as last time when I just do call and then I do share screen. Where did I do? Where did I do it last time? Oh, I guess it kicks me out of. Oh, okay. I don't even need to do that. Can you see everything good? I think this is bigger than last time. Just made it a little larger. Yeah, and it'll be smooth on my side, so the video after will be fine. Unfortunately, last time I think when I closed my game after I went into or before I went into a server, the stream crashed, so I didn't get like the second part. But I guess we can just go over what I talked about, like when I went in game and explain like the strafing and stuff. Um, what I forget what else. I know we did a lot about like counter strafing and like movement, but then what were the other things? Nades, I think, right? Okay, yeah. Okay. And this game, do you feel like you um, maybe got into or like you figured out some things, or is this like what type of game is this? Yeah, and if you're using an op a lot, oftentimes it's not something your crosshair is going to be where the guys come out automatically, right? So, and you're not necessarily aiming for the head with an op. Most of the time, you're aiming for the chest. So that's fine. Okay. Oh, it still does this. It's so annoying. See a bit like I have large font on this menu. It's really annoying. All right. What was? Oh, what about like money management, like buying buying out and stuff? Yeah. Um, if you're going like if you're gonna go like first and stuff, okay, jump in here is actually pretty bad. Um, if you want to spot the door, the best way to do it would be like you probably shouldn't even spot door because like this angle for the CT is actually favorable if he's because the first place he's gonna look is where you are. The angle you should be kind of on is either to the right here. Yeah, you should be either over here behind the box, or you should be behind this box so you can jiggle peek window and door, like be concealed from both of these spots. And then you remember we talked about like jumping straight up and jumping to the side. Like if you jump straight up, your head's gonna be vulnerable, and if you're jumping to the side, if you're jumping like the side and over like that, um, it's hard. You're hard to hit. But this isn't a spot you should be jumping on. Like you could just be jiggle peeking either right here. If you really want to be behind this box, you could jiggle peek this side or right here. Um, did you buy? You didn't buy. What'd you buy? Nothing. Okay, so you should definitely buy armor if you're not gonna buy any nades. But if you had like a smoke here, if you had like smoke flash nade or smoke flash flash, you could have smoked this, and then all you have to worry about is the window. So once the T's have taken B on this map, it's pretty hard to retake, especially if you smoke here. And then um, if one of your teammates had smoked this, um, like at the beginning of the round when you rushed in, your smoke could be used. Your smoke could be used on the tunnels behind you. So like once you planted, this door's smoked off. Everybody's kind of looking at window and looking for the door push. Then all you do is you throw your smoke just underhand it behind you at the tunnels. So that way, if anyone flanks, they have to run through a smoke. That's just like a post plant smoke if the doors were already smoked. Or you can just smoke the doors after his dissipates. That's another option. Um, but yeah, just the jumping and the crosshair placement at the beginning of the round too was a little low. So you just got to work on. It's just like a little bit higher when the guy was at the box back there. Why won't this work? Oh, round. Oops. So on a lot, losing the first round, but you planted the bomb. So usually, if that happens on Terrorist after losing the first round, you want to save this round, and then because you have how much? I didn't get to see, but if you save this round and then buy next, you'll have 40. You have close to 4,700 or 4,500, which is enough for a full buy. We bought a deagle, so if you don't buy anything, you have like 4,700. Then you can get a full nade set and armor with head armor with 4,700. Because it's 2,700 for AK, 1,000 for full armor, and then nades. You guys just win this round. They both like, yeah. Oh, you guys won the first round. I didn't even realize. Never mind. I thought you had lost that after you died. So you should have just bought out that round then. You should have just bought armor. You definitely want to buy armor if you win the first round. Okay. Yeah, because you died pretty fast and they got it. I think they got another kill. Oh, you pick up a gun. Okay, that's fine too. But yeah, you definitely, okay, armor. And then definitely want nades too, but no one's buying nades. I'm doing some split on long here. You definitely want to flash over here. You can flash through the roof there. Did you know you can flash through up there through the window? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, you won that round too. Now you have plenty of money for an op. So, like if you're buying armor, both of those rounds, you'll have 7,150 right now. So, which is still enough. Buy some my gun. Or no. See, like here, you could have a smoke and a flashlight over the door, smoke mid, instead of just fighting. Okay, guy dead cat. So if my team's like all in mid right here, I'm just holding cat. You don't want to go into the site here. That's good crosshair placement on the guy at the car, but he was there. I hate this thing. This never like gets an accurate thing. I'm trying to get this like in a good spot, but it's just really shitty. So like it like went way ahead now. I want to get it like there. That's where I want it. Right before that. Just want to watch this again. That's good. That's right on where his head was. Did you change your sense at all since then, or no? Okay, stuck with the same thing. Okay. Feel like head. Yep, head here, head level. Yep, yep, yep. Good. Yep, the car. But yeah, once you get to this point and he's not car, you can clearly see he's not car. Your crosshair should be right at the box, or it should be on Goose. Let's go to the next round. Okay, they won that round, but you guys still have plenty of money. This guy's buying P90 every round. Sick. You're just practicing AK here. Yeah, like that. I wouldn't be thinking about that like when you're playing matchmaking. Usually, what you want to be doing is using your money to make yourself the make yourself the most have the most utility, have the most threat. You should be spending your money after um, if you have enough. If you have like over 5K, you should be buying out pretty much everything every time. Because that way you have the best chance of getting a kill. Because if you skip on armor, you skip on nades, you skip on a gun, you might get into a scenario where the guy you're fighting, it mattered that if you had head armor, you would have won the fight, or if you had a nade, you would have flushed him out of a spot, or if you had a better gun, like if you had a rifle instead of a SMG, you might have won the trade. something like that. So just yeah, I would just spend your money if you have it, basically, because having extra money to drop guns for your teammates who probably won't do much with it. I mean, that's something for like high level pugs and stuff when you're like really managing your money and you're like if you have a lot of money for a reason for someone to do something specific with an op or something specific with a rush or something like that. So I wouldn't worry about saving money like that in these games. Just spend it. I can go back to that fight. Go back to that round. That's good. Crosshair's still a little low. What was the round where you're gonna be? Okay, this is the round you go B, right? I think I went back one too far. Oh, I can't see my fucking. Whatever. Yeah, just what I mentioned before about spending. You should just spend out, buy out, because if you lose round after round after round, you're gonna get a money bonus anyway. So not buying out, like not getting the full value out of your buy, you're just essentially making it so that like you're not at full capacity every round that you can be. We should just take the shot at that guy. This guy still has a Sig mid, I think, right? Or an AUG or something. So you gotta be careful. You definitely want to pick up a better gun if you see it too. Even if you are comfortable with the scout, the AK there you should have grabbed. If you have free sight, yeah, you should plan in the default spot because it's easier to cover. This you can hide behind the box and defuse. Yeah, I can show you. Yeah, just like in the corner under the window. Like, yeah, right there in that corner. All right, more scout. You should definitely be buying head armor too. Like that's head armor is something you can get away with not buying on CT because normally if everyone's buying an AK or an op on T side, then having head armor doesn't actually save you from a headshot. So that's why they don't buy helmet on CT sometimes. Just to like it just honestly it's most of the time it's just because if they want like an extra nade or an extra smoke or an extra 300 for something. But on T side you definitely want to always get the helmet because the M4A4 is still a two-shot headshot even up close. And if you don't have a helmet, you're gonna get one shot headshot. If you're gonna use a scope weapon, you should probably just go long instead of going cat with them, or just like hang out in team mid or something. And, like watch for flankers, like instead of just going up on cat here aggressively. Because you've got guys who are just running P90 all game, so you can just kind of sit back, let them rush. Are you calling like 3B and stuff too when you're seeing them? Okay. Yeah. I think most people run like it's 2-1-2 now. Pretty much you have to play. Just because how easy B is to take. You guys keep hitting B anyway. With SMGs and stuff. Hmm. It's kind of a wacky game. Shotguns. Yeah. Okay. Well, I got a thing. So like if you're picking mid, right here, at the beginning of the round, um, and this is probably true with an op too, but so what they can do is, well, I guess this maybe you maybe wouldn't see this, but normally what they do is they throw an HE nade here, or just smoke it and cross. Like if you're playing like maybe like a higher level game or something, or if you're watching like a demo, it's usually they like either HE nade here to obscure some vision, or smoke it and then cross like 3 people. But if you're picking this clean and there's no one here, in order to time your headshot better, you should have your crosshair like right here at the edge of this door. So then you can react to somebody coming through like this, jumping over. And basically what you're going to do is, if they do peek you, you're going to move your crosshair less towards here. Like if they had an op or whatever, if they were picking you mid, to get your crosshair here quicker, you're just kind of hedging between, okay, I want to have my crosshair between where someone's going to peek me or to where someone's going to land after they jump through. And then you'd flick either right or left depending on what happens. It's kind of like a preemptive, like you're kind of leading your shot basically, but not, you're leading your aim based on where they're potentially going to end up. So, there it is. Yeah. If I'm on CT, I like to cross like on the lower part because usually people don't expect that. You can actually peek from the lower part too, which is pretty sick. Like you do like a crouch peek on the bottom of the door while they're looking at the top part. If you had utility here, you could have flashed behind you. You could have naded mid to slow him down in case they pushed you. Like this guy's still pushing you kinda behind you, but he stopped. Oh yeah, you should still have your scout out here, but got the kill. You guys don't have smoke for cross. You guys won the round. Next round. Do you scout like every round? Or do you eventually op? Okay. Yeah, or just buy an SMG like these guys are doing. Or have them drop you one or something. That way you can get the money bonus on the SMG kills. So yeah, like here if your team's gonna XUB and stuff, I would just hang out in mid and try to pick people rotating. Or yeah, I guess going B tunnels is fine too. But yeah, this is what you should be doing um, if you're opping or scouting or doing, the scope weapon. You should be either at the front trying to get a pick for your team to execute on, or you should be in the back watching the flank. I'm gonna just hold those tight angles. This round's probably over. You're buying nades now, though. Buffalo nades. So like the most powerful strat on T side and Dust 2 is actually just smoke off their CT spawn from mid, off the wall. That was good. And then yeah, throw a nade. Good. That was a good sequence of events there. Like you hit the guy and then you're like, oh, let me nade him. That's good. And now you watch the flank. Yep. And that guy literally walked past your teammate. That was funny. So yeah, usually like on CT side you want to do like aggressive cat and fuck with them mid so that they don't like, because the common strat is to like um, you just have presence mid. You have two guys waiting B like with the bomb, and then you smoke off the wall, smoke off CT spawn, and then you just wrap B like this, and then it's basically, if you kill the guy mid, it's like a 5v2. It's really hard to defend the site. So if you're on defense, like, well, how do we, if we're a CT side, how are we defending that? Usually people do like the 2B, one mid, one A, and you have like an upper mid or something, and then usually your two guys A push long. If there's nobody long, they maybe send a guy to flank, and they have a guy come back here if the mid guy dies, and then try to deal with the smoke in some way by like flashing through or um, I don't know. It's pretty hard, or just going up cat, I guess. But that's why all the people are complaining about Dust 2 coming back, I guess, because they don't think it's still not balanced enough, like for both sides. But it's fine as like a pub. Yeah. You should use your utility here. Just like you can even throw another smoke in there if you have nowhere else to smoke, or smoke cat. I would have planted safe there too, just in case. Yeah, like right here. Yeah, good time to throw a nade. Good job. Get smoked off. Just throw a flash. You can throw your flash here. Oh, I can just right click. I didn't know that. Alright. Second to last round. Try to think of more ace stuff. Like, yeah, flashing over this mid door here is usually pretty good every round. If you have a flash, just throwing it over. Just to let your teammates go cat there. You can throw your flash. Yeah, definitely watch the flank if you're the last one. Just in case. That's actually, yeah, this spot right here is pretty good now because you can't be seen from lower B now in that spot. Definitely a good idea, but like I just shot you in the head first. The P90 bar is 21 and 10. It's pretty sick. But yeah, your opponents are buying full nades every round, I think. They haven't skimped on nades at all. You bought out, right? Fully? Or no? Oh, okay. Yeah, if it adds up to 14, that means it's the last round. Like 8, 6, 7, 7. See, this is why it's hard to take B with no mid presence here, because you guys are kind of stuck B tunnels. But now their guys aren't cat, their guy pushed through long. Can I do this? To do this. That doesn't even work. That's pretty annoying. FPS games. Okay. Did you play mid? Okay. Or B, kinda. Yeah, it's rough. It's good. Yeah, the best thing you do there is like look for the headshot as they're running in. If your teammate gets destroyed, and then just fall back and wait for your team. That's why most of the time it's 2-1-2, just so it's really difficult if the one guy dies B, then you have to like really be you have to have had people pushing already in A to get there in time. So here you should probably just full save 2 rounds, or you could buy like B250 one of the rounds or something, and just like rush a spot, rush B. And these guys like playing A. 3 of them go A every round. Usually everyone goes B. You get 3v2. You see, that's what you don't want to do. Buy an AUG with no armor. That's all he has. Oh, he does have armor, actually. You don't know. Yeah, M4 kit, no armor. Yeah. Not ideal. Not even. Yeah, I would have just probably just bought the scout and not armor, because now you're gonna have 3,500. And if you didn't buy armor here, you'd have like 4,150. or 42 that you can buy like a you can buy scout armor full nades, and now you're gonna have no head armor, which is fine, but they still have SMGs and stuff. See, like right here, yeah, if you're getting flash right here, you definitely want to be counter flashing because they could just run out on you. Like as soon as you see that flash through, just like flash behind you or flash off the wall. Oh, you like looked away right as he came out, I think, or something. But yeah, well, I think you was your teammate B? I don't even remember. I don't even see. But yeah, you're definitely doing the right thing there. Like just hold mid. That's what you should be doing to get the most information. And if they come out mid, they come out mid. But um, yeah, you just maybe just check the mini map a little bit more to see where your teammates are. If you got a guy B, then or if your guy pushed through B, it would have been fine. But comes another B rush. Right here, you should probably flash before peeking, because your teammate's probably gonna die anyway if they're rushing B. Ooh, that's a weird nade. You definitely should just nade off like either nade the back corner or nade like off the wall. You're probably not gonna get a nade directly on that default spot. It's pretty tough, unless you hit it off the window. Or you get stuck there. You still win the round. Just like focus on more on like um, after you take a shot, look to use a nade or look to smoke off something. Because like after you take a shot of people rushing you, you definitely want to pull out your. If you're gonna fall back, you definitely want to pull out a flash, just in case that they rush you, or in case of like in that situation where your teammate was getting rushed, like he's probably gonna die anyway, so you could just flash right up in the air, like off the wall. Yeah, if you have ops here, it's or okay, you have M4 now. I was gonna say if you had an op any of these rounds, it would have probably been much easier to hold these spots. You should definitely have like smokes to hold this too. I wouldn't be running here either, definitely, because they could just have a guy waiting here. Definitely want to walk the whole way if you're gonna walk. If you're gonna push like alone, you definitely want to be walking the whole way. You probably get this guy because he's not. Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's just on like checking corners and stuff. Just be a little more tactical, especially if you're gonna walk push. You definitely want to be checking everything. So it's a good idea. Just make sure if you're gonna do something specific like that, you have to take into account every possible thing that the enemy can be doing. Unless you like know for sure that they have like all five of their members are somewhere. Like if someone calls like, oh, they're all five here, then you can push and run and stuff. But Yeah, if you're gonna save, just buy like a pistol or something. Um, I didn't see where your money was, but you could be buying. I mean, even though you're losing some of these rounds, you could be buying a pistol, but then next round you get an op, and then you save and get a pistol, and then the next round you get an op. You might have gotten a few more kills with an op than the scout because you're tagging guys mid in a couple rounds. Okay, better get these guys op then. And just wait for them to come out long or something. Yeah. Yeah. You can actually throw your gun straight up and it lands right back on you. Just a little trick. Ooh, that was rough. Ooh, yeah, jumping there is really bad. You never want to jump peek like that if you're crossing mid like that. See how slow you were there jumping? They could easily hit you there. Yeah, and then if you're gonna fall back like that, just throw a flash or throw a smoke. Or just take a shot. Think about using utility after every shot. I don't think anyone. Yeah, you could just play like further back so you can't be seen from long. I think I could have walked out on you. The guy who's lower B right now, but yeah, I would just be. The guy car is an op, so I mean, the assumption I make right here is that if the guy's not there anymore, he's going to be back in pit. Or actually, he's going to repeat you. Oh, there you go. Well, I guess it depends on where your teammate is too. Teammate's on cat. Like, I would probably would have moved up on site, like used your, or if you had nades, I would have flashed long. Maybe smoke off the bomb site above you. Yeah. Because like if they're post plant like that, their best play, like in a nutshell, is to just make a crossfire and they have one guy on the site and one guy in pit, so that wherever they can, wherever the last two CTs are, they can pinch them and take a 2v1. And you can easily defend the planted bomb from pit on A. It's like an easy shot. Alright, so you see nobody peek mid. That's where I'd be like, oh, they're probably rushing B, but they go long. Then if you see them all A, like that guy saw the bomb A, I think. So they're probably all along. I think your teammate pushed through B too, so you know that B is not gonna have anyone in it. That's good. Yeah, now I'd be watching for B. Like they could go T spawn now. They could go back to long to T spawn, so that's what you should be watching. Yeah. Yeah, this guy's not doing anything. Yeah, I mean you could have ops all these rounds. These be much easier to get kills. Yeah. I don't know if I'm against an op mid with a scout. Usually, what you're trying to do is like you gotta really aim for the head and make him like well, I don't know. It's hard to say. Because like usually if it's 12-12, you're not buying scouts. So like if you had an op there, you might have won that because he missed a bunch of shots on you when you were running past. Um, or I just like pick like an off angle to peek from and try to headshot him real quick. And if I don't, just like hold headshot. But I mean if you have an op, these rounds will be much easier for you. But yeah, we talked about that and like using your money, spending on op. Don't save for teammate buys. Right now, you guys. Now your teammates are all kind of broke and you have a lot of money. Yeah, I mean that's what happens when you're like kind of half buying all the time. Is that you definitely want to stay on the same cycle of buys, even if your team's not listening to you. Like it's a good idea to just when your team is like half strong for 3 rounds in a row, it's better to just be like fully strong and then completely save and then be fully strong again, like that. That way it's not you're not just half buying all the time and you have like suboptimal guns. You almost TK'd your teammate. Oh, yeah. Then here, you definitely have to flash or smoke or something. They're gonna run out on you. As soon as you see that flash go straight up, turn around and run, throw a flash behind you. Hmm. I'm assuming someone called that. Uh, yeah, I mean that you could do that. You had 15 health. I don't know. I mean, then he knows if okay. So if you didn't like jump up and he said, let's say he stayed there at the cat stairs. If he stayed at the cat stairs and you mollied, then he knows exactly where you are because you threw the molly from down there. So then you know he's going to be looking at you. Um, if that was like a 3v2 there, I don't know. Depends on, I guess. Like if it was an HE nade, that's definitely the right play. But like a molly doesn't really like you don't know exactly where he is. You don't know where the molly's going to land if you throw it like that. That's good. And that's what you've been trying to do all game. Hit someone through the wall like that. But yeah. After that, I'd probably because the last round they like threw flash straight up and tried to rush out on you. So here I would definitely smoke mid and just hold where you're holding right now, and just smoke right under you. That way they can't just peek you from the bottom. Now, was this a game that you specifically wanted to buy the scout a lot on, or was it just this is just what you do? Okay. Yeah, I mean it's a good strategy for like I would say like usually I buy a scout on round 2 of like round 2 if I'm CT. Let's say I'll just keep it to this map specifically. I would buy a scout on round 2 of CT if we won round 1. And then after that, I probably would just try to upgrade to something else. Yeah, and then either save run up or like if my teammate dies, pick up his M4, or if I get a kill on an enemy, pick up their like AK if they have one or something. I see now you have the op. That's much easier. Just kill the guy instead of trying to shoot him through the door. But the other thing you have to worry about is that your mobility is way less with an op than with the scout, so you're not going to be able to get away from shit easily. So you should be using your utility here. Should be smoking right under you where you're looking. That way they can't just peek you from the bottom. You see, look, guys, they're still doing 3-1-1, which is not ideal, but does he have a scout? No, he's off. He like jumped. Now they're just giving you kills. That guy is still in the corner. It's been the whole time. Not a good spot. And then he gets killed from his own spawn. I mean, that guy could have killed you probably 4 separate times if he just ran out. Well, I mean, usually if, let's say you're the other team, and you have like SMGs or something, or you're on a save, and you know the enemy is opping middle. Um, Ideally, what you'd want to do is you'd want to just sacrifice everybody on your team to get the guy with the op killed and get his op, right? So what you're doing is you're visualizing like, okay, if I take a shot, then there's a small window where they could like just rush me with a bunch of people and kill me. So I have to be ready to either counter flash or like nade or it just has to be in the back of your mind. Obviously, it's not going to happen every time you take a shot, but it has to be like, okay, if I take a shot here, what can happen? How can I get completely fucked over? How can they get a flash like near me? How can they like nade me? How can they rush me with a bunch of people? And you have to be ready to like kind of just move back a little bit and then use a flash if you need to. Because like the op can't shoot quickly, so you're taking a shot, and then like recocks the gun, and then you take a shot. Between those shots, you have that time window of where they can make a move on you. They can move up on your position. And that's what you want to be avoiding. That's what you're using the nades for to counteract that interval of time between shots. I mean, you should try to be buying out nades every round if you can afford it. Yeah, usually on most occasions, if unless you're winning really hard on CT side, that's when you can get like HE, Molly, Flash, Smoke. But most of the time, I'm buying Molly, Smoke, Flash, Flash, and then HE if you're using it for something specific, like um yeah. But a lot of times the Molotov is going to be more useful, even though it's double the cost on CT. But especially on T side, you definitely want to be getting it because the Molly's only 400 on T side, so there's no reason to get an HE when you can get a Molly for an extra 100 if you can afford it. Um, was actually one of the main balance decisions that Valve made when CSGO first came out, was that they limited the nades to one per slot, so you can only have one flash in the very early version of CSGO. And Molotovs were also slowed you down. They were completely overpowered. But yeah, having double flash is super important on buy rounds, because that means you can use a flash to protect yourself, and then use a flash to take a site, or you can use two flashes to protect yourself. It's just, the game just is, you just have a lot more, it's just a way to get you out of a situation, like two ways to get you out, instead of just having one. I was looking at some of my old demos to see if I can find any like interesting things. I don't remember this one. This is from 2016. These are so old. This is Old Dust 2. Well, actually, you know what? Let's watch this one just real quick. I won't watch the whole thing, but this is Old Dust 2. But maybe I can point out some things about the map. Because the map's going to be a little different, but maybe some just strategic things. Because I think I play mid this one. Okay, so I pretty much buy armor every time on T. I don't usually get nades because I like being first in on pistol rounds. So right here I'm spotting mid to see how many are B. I call 2B. And basically I just want to hold for the cap push here. I don't want to go on A site because no one's with me. Oh, someone's with me actually. Never mind. Yeah, we end up losing the bomb. Long. You see where my crosshair is, like right where the heads can be. Now I have USP. That has no ammo, so I drop it. And I'm duo queuing with that guy on my team, Monica. Where? Oh, so here, this only has 8 bullets, that's why I dropped it. Just like there, it's just a pre-fire. Just a preemptive shot. Well, my teammate moves up. Yeah, it's a distraction, yeah. I didn't even notice I did that. But yeah, here I have 11 health, so I'm really focused on like staying alive here. So that's why I kind of ran at that guy and kind of made myself hard to hit. I got gooshed by the first guy peeking me when I picked up the USP. So I wanted to be moving full speed at all times as I have 11 health and just try to get headshots with the Glock. And here's just another mid spot. And then I think I just go long here. Maybe cat. I don't usually like buying this gun second round, but I think I just did because we were just kind of screwing around. I think I just pushed the smoke. Should have been ready for that, but I wanted to flash over mid. Some bad crosshair placement there. And I smoke behind myself just because no one's watching the flank. You always want to play it safe there just in case. This round, yeah, they bought ops and stuff, so I definitely didn't want to stay there spotting for a minute. I just want to take a few shots and get this guy's op. So as a 2v3, I've got full nade set, op, armor, everything. So, and I know they have an op too, because that guy picked mid and killed my teammate. So right now, first priority is to smoke that crossing, not even throw another smoke. That guy goes too early. I see there's no one A, so they all must be like mid or something. So I think I just plant here. I think I try to plant a greedy plant, but then that guy peeks me. So like I was thinking there like maybe I could get to cat before they did, and then I'd have a nice cat plant, and I just control cat and then defend the bomb from cat bricks. Instead of just planning and then going back long, like they would obviously see me do that. So there's just a greedy plan. I probably just planted safe, and I might have had a chance of winning that. So you see where my crosshair is? Like it's all the way to the left of the door. Well, here I'm anticipating a peek, but you want to have that crosshair all the way on the left part of the edge of the door, so that way you can catch people running. I'm just waiting for a push. I ended up tagging one of the guys mid, who just got killed. Okay, pushes cat. Oh, let's go pick there. I don't think this spot exists anymore, does it? Are there boxes here anymore? Okay. I have 3 bullets. This guy knocked my op away with that nade. Alright, so 1v1 here. I have a molly and a flash. I'm gonna do it now. But I have 18 seconds, so he has to either make me plant at like right here. I kind of fake it. Now at this point I can't plant, so I have to push him. Basically, I figured he would probably just rush in on me if I planted. So either you have to fake the plant. I mean, even if I mollied window there and stuck the plant, he could have ran through the smoke through the door, and I wouldn't have been ready for it. Or I would have had the plant in a spot that was safe from the door, I guess. But in a 1v1, having your gun out is actually so important too. Like unless you're completely behind a box, like I was, missed that flash. Unless you're completely behind a box and you can't be peeked, you definitely always want to have your gun out just in case you get pushed or someone does something you're not expecting. So that's why I was hesitating on using nades there, just in that specific scenario. And another smoke behind me, just in case they're flanking. And there's a guy flanking too. Oh, it's the last guy. This guy's basically dead now. That's weird. I think I just wanted the kill there. He didn't push me. Alright, so here I'm hopping mid. Keeping my crosshair on that left part if I anticipating them cross. Alright, so they have a heavy... They get 2 kills long. So now I have to... It's a 3v5. I think I just get push from cat here, right? So I know there's 2 long right now with pistols, and they just killed someone else. So they have all our guns. So we have A. So I'm going to plant safe from long, and safe from cat too, just in case they have people cat. I didn't expect that guy to be there. But you definitely want to be thinking about, like, post-plant, where can they come from? Just go further in. So post-plant, you want to be thinking about, okay, where can they come from? Where can I use my utility to delay them so I can focus on maybe a weaker spot on the defense? And then putting yourself in a good position post-plant is important too. So we wanted to be along there because of the plant. Because we couldn't be cat because they could already be there. And we know that they pushed through long because they killed their teammates in T-spawn. These are old flashes, I don't think those work anymore. Like a flash off that left part blinds pretty much everyone. They pushed a guy mid. We kind of like a half buy, I think, here. Speed it up. They had an op, it's funny. So here's just a full save. So here I want to probably just rush wherever my team's going, try to get a gun. So you just want to use all our nades along and try to just plant. I don't think I have any nades though. Another long take. Oh yeah, get opt. So especially when taking like spots that they could already be, you definitely want to be using some of your utility to help just take back that part of the map. Too fast. Let's see that guy. And here I think I'd say, alright, I want to save for an op, so I'm just going to buy Deagle armor. That way next round I can afford one. I get shotgunned. Sick. Like I've been pushing mid a lot, and usually I op mid so they can't push mid, but yeah. That guy peeked way too hard. I knew there was like a cat, and I forced him back, so we have cat control. Here I'm just looking for flanks or something. I think I want to get shot in the back. Nope. I have 3 teammates in B. I have no reason to be at B. I'm just looking for kills here. I hear the guy's still A. He comes back cat. So I'm definitely looking at my minimap to see like where my teammates are and like where they've killed people and where their callouts are. In that situation, I could have went B. I could have went like B tunnels and watched the flank, but if I'm in a spot that they're not going to expect, I could potentially get more information and then possibly get both kills, at least one. So I'm waiting for the guy to push mid here because he's been doing it a lot. It's the last round. Here I'm going to pre-nade cat. And here I'm just playing like kind of like a lurk game, waiting for people to push because they've been pushing a lot in this last round. They actually didn't push at all. They like... It was a weird round. Alright, so CT. I think, I usually just play mid, which I'm probably just going to do. Because the USP outclasses the Glock in this mid fight, because you're better at long range. Wow, I can't believe that guy got that. So as a T, you definitely don't want to be fighting people in CT mid. And I get a free deagle. And unfortunately I got hit for 1 armor down here. If I had stayed at 100 armor, I could have just bought a helmet for 350. But I decided not to buy a helmet just because it would have costed 1,000. Which is risky, but... I don't know. I think I just was like, do I want to just have a deagle holding mid or just buy a scout? I don't remember. This was so long ago. But yeah, I mean, like I said, like round 2, you win round 1 CT side. Round 2 is usually when I buy a scout. I think I'd probably just upgrade here. Unless, I don't know. I mean, it is just like a matchmaking game, so I probably wasn't really like super try hard. You know, like 4 people B. Oh yeah, the doors are metal in this version. They're not wood like in the new version. So the scout can't penetrate that well through them. So here I just set up jump scouting on cat, which I think you can still do. It's pretty easy. And I smoke it off just so they don't like explode on me and kill me. 18 flashed. I don't think they come here though. They're pretty much all dead. But like the idea is there, like you want to be hard to hit. And you see, this jump scouting used to be way harder to deal with before they changed like the jumping animations and stuff. It used to be super powerful. But you can still do it. Okay. Just go long here, it looks like. Because oh yeah, we had 4 people B last round, so I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna push along. No. Now we have the ideal setup, we have a 2 and 2. So if you're gonna play long, you definitely want to either pre-nade or pre-molly that wall there. And I already scoped in head level to catch any pushers. That guy, he like got on the side of the smoke and headshotted me. That was really good. Didn't expect that. And here I think I just buy it off for the rest of the game. Pretty sure. And I think I probably do some of the counter strafe peek mid stuff. I want to get all the way in the back and peek. So basically, well, let me rewind that. Watch that in slow. Oh, no crash. So if I'm picking mid with several other people crossing, I've got a guy close with an op, another guy with an op. So we have 3 ops picking mid. So essentially what I want to do is I want to occupy the complete top of the picking spot. Oh, I think I went past it. And so what I'm doing is I'm just clearing the edge of... Oh my god. Is it? Okay, so what I want to be doing is, since I have multiple people crossing, I want to be at the complete top. I want to be up, further up as far as up as I can get up there. Like, because if my teammates are going to be crossing at the mid point and then the low point of the door, after they cross, I want to be at a completely different, like I want to be at a completely different height of where they're crossing. That way, if the guy wants to shoot low, he's got to pick, do I want to shoot low or do I want to shoot high? So I want to just be in that other spot so that he has to pick where he wants to shoot. If I'm down here with them, we could get like collided or something, or we could get like double hit. That would be obviously worse than getting just, 1 kill, compared to getting multiple people hit. So I just make sure I'm like all the way at the back here. And then my peak is, like, obviously they can't be here yet. They can't be to the right because they just spawned. So my peak, I want to peek top right of where their spawn is. Their spawn, like, lookout thing. So there, I want to clear that, and then I want to clear all the way down to the left. Clear. And then I see the guy down here. And I snap to the guy down there. So you just want to be aware of every single spot the enemy could be picking from. Just like clear it as you see it. You want to clear top right, then move left, move left, move left, move left, move down. And then you want to post up right here. Because the only way they can get to mid now is through there and get that kill. I think I just do some more peeking mid here, maybe. We can get something out of these. Now my whole team's just opping, so it's kind of whatever. But I don't like just peek in random spots. I'm definitely very specific on where I'm looking, specific on where I'm showing myself. Mid, and see, I checked the cat box again, just in case someone was going to run out mid. Now, okay, so this is if they were going to push B. Obviously, like my teammates smoked off B at the beginning of the round, which is something you definitely want to be doing if you're playing B. You definitely want to use your smoke. So then that way it stops the rush. It makes it so it's difficult to all come out at once. Just camping and spawn. And we got the 5 op strat. See if they did anything different here. This guy's kind of in my way. But it's the same method. I'm peeking top right. In that situation I got flashed, so I kind of just quick peeked and shot in case I got someone. And then my teammate got scouted. So I go A. Oh, this guy's getting a bunch of kills. Runs over already. Okay, same peek. Top right. Checking top right. Here I'm just kind of waiting to see if anyone peeks late, and there's a guy on the left. So I'm doing that same thing. I'm clearing the right, and then moving left, and then down. And you can apply that to like any peek you're doing. Like you want to be clearing the rightmost spot of where they could be. Like if you're coming from the left, obviously, you want to be peeking the rightmost spot of where they could be, and then sweeping all the way to the left. The same thing if you're peeking from the right. You want to be covering making sure there's no one on the left, and then sweeping all the way right. And that's essentially how you have to view your crosshair placement too. Like with a rifle, you're going to be where they can be first. Like you want to have your crosshair there, and then you want to move it as you clear spots. It's probably last round. Just want to see if there's anything else. Like they didn't really go B that much in this game, but if they were to go B, I'd be camouflaging. Here I'm in a peek low. I saw the guy's head. So that guy went towards A, so I'll call that out. Now they're out kind of just fighting mid. So mainly that was just to show like the mid peak. Like the tactical peak was like it still applies in the new map. Like I'm pretty sure the T-spawn is essentially the same thing, right? It might be a little different, but the idea stays the same. Is like you want to clear if you're coming from this left, you're going to be clearing the rightmost part of T-spawn and then moving your way left. I guess do you have any questions? Do you want to go over anything else? Well, if you really want to improve, I would suggest just maybe um, you could just do. I mean, it's fine if you want to work on the scope weapons, but um, just you could do like the dedicate your game like you did with the scout. Just dedicate a game to like the deagle, dedicate a game to the rifle, dedicate a game to I don't know what's another one. I guess that's it pretty much. Like you definitely don't want to be useless on a gun that you can potentially pick up. Like if you pick up an AK, if you pick up an M4, you pick up off a dead body, like any gun. You definitely want to have an idea of how the gun feels. And the reason the rifles everyone buys them is that they're full auto and that they have the better penetration than the SMGs. But you could do a game with like that guy bought P90 all game. You could do that. You could practice P90. Because if you do that, and you might lose, more than you win, but I mean, you'll get the hang of the guns and like handling the recoil and stuff. And the more you play, the more you get used to the movement and how the recoil interacts with the movement.